everyone, it's your girl Tracy of Goodlife, and I'm excited to welcome you back to another episode of Random Talks with Tracy. Today, we're talking about the assault incident involving Alex Ikwechegh, a member of the House of Representatives from Abia, and a bus driver. There have been some significant developments, and I want to share the details with you, along with some insights on the broader implications of this situation. Recently, the case has gained more attention thanks to Verydarkman, who has stepped in to support the bus driver involved in the incident. He met with the driver to gather more details about what transpired during the altercation and what happened when they reported the incident to the police. Verydarkman has made the interview public, and it has sparked conversations about justice, human rights, and the power dynamics at play in our society. In the interview, the bus driver recounted his experience at the police station. He expressed frustration with the lack of urgency and seriousness from the police regarding his case. They went to the police station expecting to see action taken, but it became clear that the authorities were not treating the incident with the gravity it deserved. The driver mentioned that they even visited the Honorable's house for further investigation, but after waiting for 2 hours, they came back without any substantial answers or resolutions.
So, this is the boat driver that was assaulted by that honorable member that claimed that he's a senator. The reason why I say that claimed that he's a senator, because I discovered this morning that that man is not a senator. So, this is the guy that I assaulted. Now, we have seen the video, we saw all what transpired, we saw the horrible things he said to you, we heard him call you monkey, rats, all the derogatory things he said to you. Now the question is, what happened after that video? Please.
Okay, so after the video, he called some police officers. I don't know the division they were assigned to.
Okay.
And then they bundled me to the station. I wanted to drive the car, they said no, I should not drive. Okay. So two sat beside me, and I was in their middle. Okay. And then they drove me down to the station. Okay. When they drove me down to the station, they said I should go inside. I had calls. They didn't allow me to take my calls.
Okay.
So they were not asking what happened. They didn't ask me. They were asking people that were not there, the police officers. And then the police officer quickly said, I went to Honorable's house and I was fighting the Honorable. I kept mute.
Did you show them the video?
I have not shown anybody the video as at that time. Okay. They've not even the security person that came to bear witness as at that time have not seen the video.
Okay.
As at that time. Okay. So they now referred us to crime, that we should go to crime. So we went to crime. The man was not asking what happened. As I was explaining, initially I didn't explain. The man now said he cannot actually hear from one side. The other person has to come to actually give his own side of the story. And then the police officer said, when they said I fought him, they now said no, they should go and bring the man. Immediately his security man now called him, and they passed the phone to the IPO that was in charge of the case. And then the IPO was now talking to him on the phone and stepped out of the office where we were. And after some time he came back and said he wants to go and do investigation at the Honorable's house.
Okay, the IPO left you at the station and said he wants to go. Which station was this?
Maitama police station.
So it happened within Maitama?
It happened within Maitama.
Okay, so the IPO left you at the station and went to the Honorable's house. Okay.
And then after, they kept me there for over 2 hours. I was behind, I was at the counter. I was not detained though.
They kept you behind the counter?
They kept me behind the counter. And then after 2 hours plus, he came back. And then he was now like, why did I record the video?
Why did IPO now change
He was not trying to change the narrative. And I asked him, is there a part of the law that says I cannot record what somebody is doing to me? He was becoming a threat to me. And I had to take evidence so that people will know where I am.
By this time, was the honorable member there?
He wasn't there.
He was at home?
He was at home. So then I gave me a form to fill, to write my own statement as to what happened. As I was writing, the honorable came. And then when he came, he started talking and he was shouting.
Even at the station?
Even at the station. He was
calling you names?
Calling me names. Like, I still kept mute and I was looking at him. So my colleagues were talking to him. Me, I've already had my own fair share of trauma from him. I don't want to actually have any engagement or any encounter with him. I just went to one corner and I sat down. And I was listening to everything he was saying. All the names he was calling me. You common boat driver, you're a poor man, you have pride in your poor, you have this, you have that. I kept mute. I said, so the problem you have now is a poor man cannot speak, that I'm in Nigeria and I shouldn't be treated as a foreigner in this country, as I'm from Delta State, and I cannot be treated, I cannot have you treat me like a foreigner in my own.
Now, when did you leave the station?
I left the station at about, I think some minutes to 3 or so.
Where's your car?
My car is still at the station.
So the police collected your car?
They collected my car.
And you left the station this morning?
Yeah, I left the station.
Was the honorable member detained?
He wasn't detained.
They let him go?
They let him go.
That's really, really sad. Now, I want to ask you a question. The woman that sent you that message, do you know her name?
I didn't know her name per se.
Do you know her business name?
I don't know her business name. It was a request. But I think I checked from my boat app. I think the last request that came in when I tried calling from the app, it was, I think, Gloria.
Gloria?
Yeah.
Because she said something in that video. She said something like, and do you know who he is? She was also supporting him. That's why I'm asking you that if you know who she is. Now, what did you go and deliver to him? What even really happened? Just give me a brief summary of what happened before that video.
Okay, before the video, I actually got a request on boat.
Okay.
Right? I was closing already because I needed to resume work this morning at 8:30.
Okay.
So I was closing at 9:10. I said, let me just quickly go home so that I can have enough rest. So I got this request to Maitama. I felt it was a normal request. And then she told me, no, that it's not a request, that I'm picking something up from a garden.
Okay.
Right? From a garden.
Which garden?
I don't know the name of the garden. She just described the garden that after Kado roundabout,
okay,
you will see one orange color container and then there's a garden beside it.
Okay.
So I just quickly went there, parked. The girl just came without wasting time, brought the package that it's a snail.
Snail?
Okay, snail, yeah. So she dropped it. It was the girl that brought it and dropped it on the seat. She understood that part.
Okay.
I was like, okay, there's no problem. I'm going. So on getting to the man's house, I called him. Oga, I'm at your gate. He now said, okay, I should give it to the security man. They gave it to the security man. The security man explained where the house address is. So I drove down to the house. On approaching, I called the man again. I said, Oga, I'm here. He now said, I'm not here. That if you are here, I will see you. So I drove. He now said I should park beside one car. When I parked beside the car, I saw him, but I didn't know he was the one. So I saw him seated few meters away from my car. So I greeted, good evening, sir. He didn't respond. Good evening, sir. He didn't respond. So I presume he is not the one that I'm supposed to deliver this thing to. Okay. And since he didn't answer, the next thing is for me to call the person that has this package. The next thing I dialed the person's number and his phone rang. And then the next thing he was like, are you stupid? Are you mad? Are you a fool? Bring my stuff for me. So I was not happy at the way he talked to me because I was doing my professional job, right? I was not happy. So I was like, okay, this thing you're saying to me, it has not gotten to it. Normally, I'm not even supposed to bring this thing to you. You are supposed to come and pick it yourself. Yeah. That was the only thing that got him angry. You are asking me to come to your car to pick my stuff? Are you okay? Do you know who you're talking to?
It's okay. I can see the anger on your face, don't worry. The truth is that Nigeria is for everybody. Nigeria is not for one person. If an honorable member will be treating people like this, then just imagine what the president is supposed to do. Now, I need to remind you, we are all clamoring for the youth to come to power. See this one now, youth. I always say something. The youth are looking for a better, they are not trying to make this country better, a lot of them. They want to get power to do worse than these people because they have a better way of hiding this evil than these old men in power. But nevertheless, the man does not have immunity. I just discovered that he's not a senator. So actually pursue this case. And I believe that the law will take its course. We'll go to, I've heard a lot of things about Maitama police station, which I'm not going to say, but I believe in the new commissioner of police that have been moved here, Commissioner of Police Disu. So this case will be reported to him directly, and I believe that the law will take its course. So don't worry. You said you're not feeling well.
I'm not feeling well. He hit me on my chest severally. He was just hitting me on my chest, and I stayed mute. I was looking at him. So when he was becoming much of a threat to me, initially I did not record because I didn't go there with intention of fighting. If I went there with another motive, I would start recording from the very beginning. It was when he was becoming a threat, when he said he would pay 50 million naira and then they would delete me, and look at me, this orchid. He was just calling me all sorts of names. And
you pay 50 million and they will delete you?
He would pay 50 million naira to somebody, to people, and then they would kill me and nobody would say anything. And when I noticed this thing is becoming what I never expected, I quickly brought out my phone
and you recorded.
And I started recording.
Don't worry, we'll go and write a petition and we'll take it up. Oh, Allah, more they go.
This kind of response from law enforcement raises critical questions about accountability and the treatment of ordinary citizens in the face of power. One of the most commendable aspects of Verydarkman's involvement is his commitment to ensuring that the boat's driver receives the justice he deserves. He has pledged to help the driver file a formal petition emphasizing the need for legal action in order to hold those in power accountable for their actions. This is a crucial step in the right direction, and it highlights the importance of community support in cases of injustice. We need more individuals like Verydarkman in our society, people who are willing to stand up against injustice and use their platform to amplify the voices of those who are often overlooked. It's beautiful to see that there are people who are dedicated to making a difference, especially in situations where marginalized individuals may feel powerless. Moreover, this incident highlights the critical importance of educating citizens about their human rights. Many people may not be aware of their rights, and this lack of knowledge can leave them vulnerable to exploitation and harassment. If the boat driver had not known his rights, he might have felt pressure to accept the situation without question, allowing the vulnerable to evade accountability. This scenario serves as a reminder that awareness and education are vital tools in the fight against injustice. The boat driver's decision to document his experience through video evidence was also a wise move. In an age where technology is so rampant, having tangible proof of an incident can fortify one's case and provide clarity in debatable situations. His foresight in making videos not only serves as a form of protection for himself, but also as a way to inform others about what's transpired. This kind of evidence can be invaluable in legal proceedings as well as in public discourse. In addition to the legal implications, this case raises broader societal issues about the treatment of ordinary citizens by those in power. It reflects a systemic problem where individuals in positions of authority may feel entitled to act without consequences. Such behavior erodes public trust in institutions, particularly the police, who are meant to protect and serve the community. When people witness cases like this, it can create a chilling effect, making them hesitant to speak out or report incidents of injustice. As we follow this story, it's essential to continue raising awareness about the importance of standing up for oneself and advocating for justice. We need to encourage others to speak out when they experience wrongdoing and to seek help from trusted individuals and organizations. Collective action can lead to meaningful change, and we all have a role to play in fostering a culture of accountability and respect for human rights. So as we wrap up this episode of Random Talks with Tracy, I want to remind you to know your rights. Don't allow anyone push you around or silence you. Empower yourself with knowledge and stand firm in the face of injustice. Support those who are fighting for what is right, just as Verydarkman is doing for the boat driver. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this episode informative and empowering, please like and subscribe for more updates and discussions like this. Together, we can make a difference in our communities and ensure that every voice is heard. Until next time, take care and stay informed. Bye-bye.